Hello, Nari McDiarmid with Aspermont, and I'd like to welcome Roland Plett, who's the Global Lead Energy and Mining with CISCO's Industry Solutions Group. And Roland, welcome. You've been talking about electrification and the energy transition. What role does data and communications play in the move towards decarbonisation?
Wow, that's a great question. Of course, we're in an age that's becoming more and more data dependent, right? And it used to be that we would gather the data and then figure out where we needed to go. And we're now at a place where that data expires so fast. We need to see what's happening in real time so that we can adjust and optimize and move forward. So communications becomes a much bigger piece of that because the data needs to be more current from wherever it's sourced, right?
And then in terms of that data and communication, Roland, how does the volume of information coming in, how can that help with the energy transition?
Yeah, that's a good question. The energy transition really is about reducing the number of carbon-intensive processes that are happening within the mining operation, and it gives you options, right? So if you have the data that you can use anywhere, for instance, you can move more and more activities into a remote operations center, and people don't need to travel, right? So that's one carbon intensity piece that is sometimes overlooked because we focus so much on moving fuels off of vehicles, which can also be optimized with data and communications. So each one of these activities that's being moved from more traditional fuels to electricity or non-carbon fuels can be optimized with that data and communications tool.
Well, one point you made in your presentation, which really struck me, was that what is optimal today is not necessarily optimal tomorrow. And so what are some of the challenges with this data and flow of communication going forward?
Well, it's changing so fast, right? I mean, today, so much is being assessed through the lens of artificial intelligence, right? Which, again, is changing things so much quicker, and the speed is increasing. And so how do you keep that current? You have to put a stake in the ground and say, we're optimizing as of today, but also recognize that you need to hold that loosely because a year, 2, 3 down the road, you might need to tune that up again, right?
Constantly moving the continuum, as you said.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And finally, may I ask, how are you finding Future of Mining 2024?
Oh, it's so invigorating to actually, and inspirational really, to see the leaders in this industry talk about the future, right? I don't have that luxury outside of West Australia. So to come here to the heart of innovation is very cool.
Well, Roland, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.